You've probably heard it a million times. Drink water before your meals to lose weight. It's one of those health tips that's been around forever, passed down like a family secret. But is this simple trick a well-meaning myth? Or does it actually have a clinical impact? We're not talking about general hydration here. We're talking about a targeted metabolic strategy. Today, we're going to break down the key clinical trials that show how this one habit can give your weight loss efforts a small but significant boost, specifically for certain people on a diet. The actual science might surprise you. We're going beyond the surface level to look at what really happens in your body when you preload with H2O. Let's dive into the data. In the world of weight loss, advice is everywhere. It's a constant barrage of tips, tricks, and hacks promising to melt fat away overnight. It's overwhelming, isn't it? Most of what you see on social media is noise. But right near the top of the actually useful list is the timeless advice to drink water before you eat. It sounds simple, maybe a little too simple. Can a glass of water really move the needle in a meaningful way when it comes to shedding pounds and improving metabolic health? That skepticism is healthy. In nutrition, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. But today, we're not interested in folklore. We're interested in hard facts and clinical evidence. We're going to look at the evidence from randomized controlled trials, the absolute gold standard of medical research. No anecdotes, just peer-reviewed data. We'll explore the specific, proposed mechanisms that are triggered in your body when you drink a certain amount of water at a very specific time before you start your meal. Most importantly, we're going to focus on a concept the research makes clear. This strategy is not a magic bullet. It is what we call a modest amplifier. For those already putting in the work, for those on a reduced calorie diet who are looking for an edge, the science suggests that this habit can be the difference maker. It's about making your efforts count for a little bit more. It's about optimizing the physiological environment for fat loss. So, does it actually work? Let's get right to it. Does drinking water before meals, a practice sometimes called water preloading, actually lead to measurable weight loss? The scientific evidence is promising, but specific. Some of the strongest evidence comes from a 12-week study published in the journal Obesity in 2015. Researchers at the University of Birmingham led this landmark trial. They took 84 adults with obesity and gave them all a weight management consultation. They then split them into two distinct groups to test the water hypothesis. One group was told to just imagine they were full before meals. The second group was told to drink 500 milliliters of water, about 2 standard glasses, 30 minutes before eating. The results were fascinating. After 12 weeks, the group that preloaded with water lost, on average, nearly 3 pounds more than the control group. That's a real difference. But check this out. Adherence mattered. The participants who reported drinking water before all 3 main meals every day lost about 9.5 pounds over the 12 weeks. Consistency was the key. This suggests a clear dose-response relationship. The more consistent you are with the preloading, the better the metabolic and weight loss results you'll likely see. This wasn't a one-off. A trial from Virginia Tech produced similar results. Middle-aged adults who drank 2 cups of water before meals lost about 5 pounds more than those who didn't. In fact, the water drinking group saw a 44% greater decline in weight over the 12-week study. That is a massive return on investment for such a simple habit. So, how does it work? What's the biology? The first and most straightforward mechanism is simply that water fills your stomach before the food arrives. This process, called gastric distension, plays a key role. When you drink 500 milliliters of water, it physically stretches the stomach wall, sending a fullness signal to your brain. It might also influence your hormones. Some research suggests pre-meal water might help suppress ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and boost satiety hormones like GLP-1 and PYY. What's the real-world impact? Studies found that it can lead to a significant reduction in calories consumed. One study found a 13% reduction in calorie intake at breakfast alone. If you reduce your intake by just 75 calories at each meal, that's 225 fewer calories per day. Over a week, that's over 1,500 calories, all just by timing your water. The second mechanism is increasing the calories you burn. Some science shows that drinking water might help with water-induced thermogenesis. Researchers in Germany found that drinking 500 milliliters of water increased participants' metabolic rate by up to 30%. This is your body working to process that water. This boost starts within 10 minutes and peaks around 30 to 40 minutes later. By drinking water 30 minutes before your meal, you hit that metabolic peak right as you start eating. Now, be realistic. The extra calories burned are modest, about 24 kilocalories for every 500 milliliters. You aren't going to burn hundreds of calories just by drinking water. But think of it as a small, consistent bonus. When you combine this metabolic boost with the calorie reduction from feeling fuller, you create a powerful combination for fat loss. Finally, there's lipolysis, the breakdown of stored fat. This process literally requires water molecules to function. Proper hydration ensures your fat-burning machinery is well-oiled. Now, the most important part of this discussion, the caveat. This strategy isn't a universal solution. The clinical evidence is very specific about the target audience. The successful trials were conducted on overweight or obese, middle-aged, and older adults. These are the people who saw the most significant results in the lab. For this specific demographic, the biological response to water preloading seems to be much stronger. It helps bridge the gap between effort and results in a way that's measurable. However, when researchers tried this in younger, non-obese adults, the results were less consistent. Some studies found a reduction in intake, but others saw no long-term weight impact. It appears that younger bodies might have different appetite regulation systems that aren't as easily influenced by simple volume. Their bodies compensate differently. The evidence is also limited and mixed for adolescents. One 2018 study found no significant effect on weight in overweight teens. So it's not a one-size-fits-all trick. If you are a middle-aged or older adult who is overweight, the science is in your favor. For others, the benefits are more about general hydration and wellness. If you fit that demographic, how do you do it correctly? The beauty is in its simplicity, but you need to follow the clinically studied protocol. Let's break it down. First, the dose. The amount used in the successful clinical trials is exactly 500 milliliters. That's roughly 17 ounces, or 2 standard glasses of water. Don't overcomplicate it. 1 typical water bottle or 2 glasses. That's the volume required to trigger the distension and metabolic effects we talked about. Second, the timing. This is crucial. You must consume the water 30 minutes before each of your 3 main meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not right before, but 30 minutes. That 30-minute window ensures the physiological effects are at their peak right as you start eating. It gives your stomach and metabolism time to react. Third, and most importantly, the context. This strategy must be combined with a reduced calorie diet. Remember, it's an amplifier, not a replacement for a healthy diet. It enhances the effects of your calorie deficit. It doesn't create one on its own. The studies are clear. Use this alongside your conscious effort to eat better. When you follow this protocol, the right dose, at the right time, in the right context, the data suggests you could lose an additional 3 to 5 pounds over 12 weeks. That might not sound like a miracle, but in the world of clinical weight loss, that is a statistically significant and very real advantage. It's progress you can feel. So let's bring it all together. The old advice to drink water before meals isn't just a myth. For the right person, it's a proven strategy to augment weight loss. It works by making you feel full through gastric distension, leading to fewer calories consumed, and by providing a small, temporary metabolic boost. Simple, but effective. Remember the protocol: 500 milliliters of water, 30 minutes before your main meals, as a supplement to your calorie-controlled diet. It's about being prepared and consistent. It's a low-cost, highly accessible tool that can help amplify your results. You're already putting in the hard work. Why not make it count for more? Preparation beats motivation. Consistency is what drives long-term success. Stick to the plan, stay hydrated, and watch those small wins add up to big changes. You've got this. If you appreciated this science-backed breakdown, do me a favor and hit that like button. And for more health evidence, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried water preloading? What were your results? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Don't forget to share this series with someone who might need a little boost in their health journey. I'll see you in the next video for more metabolic health tips.